Welcome back, everybody. Today, I'm going to add to my collection. I'm going to field strip and clean my Fision XP Pro with the Hollison. I think it's a 507C on it. I'm going to break it down and clean it. Before I get started, we can see here that she is unloaded, right? Always got to be safe. Make sure that your firearms are clean before you actually start working on them. Not just clean, but I mean unloaded. Okay, make sure we do that. Like most 1911s, the same way. You see this notch here, so I got to take it back to over here where I can push the slide stop through. Yeah, see it coming. It's always hard on my fingers. Hard on my fingers. Get that through there. You got to push through on that side on this round piece to get it through there. Most of you people probably won't need to use a tool. Oh my goodness. I'm struggling a bit. Get that in there. There. Got it. That should come right off. You can see it is filthy. Not quite sure how many rounds I have through that bad boy, but I'm sure that it is more than enough. Hopefully this is the right pin here. And it is not. That will not fit through there. I should have known. It's too thin. So I have this little piece of, I think I could find a paper clip. I think I have a paper clip here somewhere. I will give this a quick shot. Might not be thick enough. Nope. Let me go and get a paper clip. I had. All right. I found a paper clip. Apparently I had a whole box of them. So, don't mind that in the background. That is just a little alert for my cats. Tell them it is time to eat. So, I believe that should do it. By the way, guys, see just how filthy this is already. Oh boy. I need to end this a little bit. Oops. You can see there's this plunger there. So the actual tool here should catch onto that. Then you're able to kind of get it through there. You can see I got that out there. Again, super filthy. Super. Barrel should slide out, push the pin forward. Should come right out here. And again, look at how filthy this is. That's what happens when you shoot your firearms. They get dirty. So let's start with the easiest thing to clean. It should be the barrel. I'm going to wipe it down a little bit here. I did another video where I was talking about the pistol that I would like to get, which is the 3C, the Fision XP Pro 3C. And you can see here why I don't like these types of barrels, because you can see some of the scratches and everything in there that come from, you know, normal wear and tear usage. And I don't really mind what shows up on the inside, but the parts that actually show on the outside, I'm not a big fan of that. This is some Carbon Pro to get rid of some of that carbon in there. Also on one of my videos where I was doing a cleaning, I believe, of my Live Free Armory Apollo 11 Compact, I had that in front of the camera. So I'm going to make a conscious effort here to not get a whole lot in front of the camera. Actually clean. Oh my gosh, this thing is filthy. This thing is filthy. And I may have had one or two stovepipes or something like that. But it all makes sense now. This thing is really, really dirty. And you hear a lot of people, they talk about how, oh, 1911s require too much maintenance. I'm not cleaning it because it's starting to have any maintenance problems. I'm cleaning it because it's just time, right? I want to clean it before I have any issues, so I don't have to spend time when I'm at the range, when I'm paying for that hour. I don't want to have to spend that time. I don't want to have to spend that time cleaning, right? I want to spend that time, you know, shooting, having a good time. Oh, look at that. Oh, this. I'm not sure if this ramp is dirty or it's just the DLC coming off. I don't remember the ramp being chromish, but it is absolutely filthy. Really, really bad. I should put on gloves when I do this. All this lead crap all over my hands. Oh my. Mm. I think that part is chrome. Maybe I was shooting some real filthy ammo. Usually I shoot Blazer, 9mm, obviously, 115, but recently I've been changing to 124s, and I want to start, getting an IDPA. Maybe I'll use this gun for that. I was thinking about using the Kimber, but why do that? Maybe I should just use this Fision XP Pro. Tell me what you think. Leave some comments. Think I should use the Fision XP Pro for IDPA, or do you think I should use my Kimber 2K11? Really would love to know what you guys think. I think the answer might be obvious. Which one do I shoot better with? I obviously shoot better with this one. I shoot way better. I get less. The trigger's nice and tight. All right. See that? The trigger's nice and tight. It is awesome. So I don't get a lot of low left with it. When I shoot your Glock style triggers, I have a Smith & Wesson Shield X. Always, I can't help it. It's just low left. I know it's not the pistol. I know it's me. But just can't stop. For whatever reason, just not a Glock dude. Just doesn't suit me. All right. I think okay. I don't know if I'm happy with. Again, this is why I don't like getting, painted barrels, because it just, it's gonna wear off, and it is a wear item. And I think it looks so bad when it starts to wear off. I just would rather not have that. I'm probably going to cut out the part when I was leaving to go and find the paper clip. Oh. I really like Fision firearms. I want to try that XF Pro. I'm not a striker fire gun guy, obviously, but I've seen a few good reviews about that one by Fision. Probably pretty good as far as striker fire guns go. I know they don't like when you call it a Glock clone, so I won't call it a Glock clone. It takes Glock mags, but I guess it's not interchangeable with all Glock parts, maybe. But it's all steel, so it's going to be a bit heavier than your traditional, Glock style gun. But I'm really excited. And I thought I seen something that said that the Fision XP 3C is supposed to be released in like April, May. To me, that was my heart sunk because I was hoping we'd see it like February or something like that. But I do respect that, they're probably taking their time, making sure they're getting it right. Plus, they're probably building up stock because as soon as they come out, they're going to be going off the shelf. I hope they're also going to make a holster for it because people are going to buy a 3-inch gun. They probably want to conceal carry it. And, it's hard to conceal carry a pistol if you don't have a holster for. At least I would never recommend anybody buy a concealed carry gun that you do not have a holster for. That would just be completely ridiculous. And I'm just wiping this down a little bit. I probably should. If you hear that noise in the background, that is my cats. I bought them a wheel so they can run on. Only one of them have two sisters. Only one of them runs on the wheel. That's the one named Sophia. And she enjoys running on the wheel. The other one, Bella, she does not like to run on the wheel. She's lazy. Super duper lazy. Wow, this thing is super duper filthy. Super filthy. Oh my god. Oh, look at that right away. Right away. This is just outright ridiculous. This is crazy. Can't believe I let this pistol get that dirty. More surprisingly, though, I let it get that dirty and I wasn't getting malfunctions or anything. That is really amazing. Super amazing. This is probably my most shot pistol. I don't think I've had this for a full year yet. I have to go back and look at exactly when I purchased it. But you can see a little bit of scrape paint there, some back there. I'm still okay with it though. I don't think it's how long you've had the pistol. I think it's more about How often have you shot that pistol? And for this bad boy, I've shot it quite a bit. Kind of getting that magwell area in there. You see this is turning completely black. I think what it is last time I cleaned it, I used a lot of grease instead of oil. And everybody knows oil, apparently I didn't, collects more dirt than the oil does. So I think there's probably a right place and a wrong place for the actual grease, and probably this is not the right place for the grease. Oops. Oopsie daisy. So you should be able to see how to clean your Fision XP if you get one. XP Pro, that is. Should be the same process whenever the 3C comes out. If you get the comp, it might be a little bit different because you have the compensator on the end of the barrel. Maybe it's the same, I don't know. But this is actually a little relaxing, to be honest. Yeah, a little relaxing. Get this done. Actually, my platypus is my absolute favorite. But most of the people that I let shoot the platypus and then shoot this, most of them actually like the Fision better. Each his own. My platypus is a full length, government size, 5-inch barrel pistol. So I would have thought people would have liked that better because less, recoil or what have you. But as far as the numbers go, you think that, then you would be on the wrong side. Most people like the Fision better. And I'll be honest with you, I think the Fision is great. And it's not like a night and day difference between the platypus and the Fision. Even if you get a equivalent, commander size platypus, it's just that, I just have a lot of love for the platypus. But one of the things I like about the Fision is a greater lineup. One of the things I really want to do is build my own 1911. And Stealth Arms, they have that on their website where you can build your own 1911, but they always seem to be out of, you know, out of stock or out of sold or whatever. Not a bad price considering. When you first look at it, you might think, oh my God, horrible price. But then you start looking around and you say, oh, okay, maybe it's not that bad compared to others, that is. And also, I believe Fision has some kits on there too. You can make a 1911 9mm or 45. Get a serialized lower that has to be shipped to a FFL. But I think that's just one of the things on my list that I would like to do. All right, maybe start putting this together. One of the things I'm going to do is get maybe some Windex or something and clean that optical. I don't know if you can see it, but it's let's, I like to put just around the barrel and the locking lugs. I have to put that in there. All right, I got that in. Looks to be in perfect. You can see the front. See that it's locked up there. So I got it in. It might move while I'm putting in the this lower part. I just have to keep an eye on that there. The reason why I'm turning it is because you can see that the pin is sticking out a little bit, and I'm trying to make it line up with here. Otherwise, it'll get caught up on the frame, and then I'll have a whole bunch of problems getting it out, or in rather. Almost put it in upside down. Got that through there. Okay. Looking nice. Push it forward. Comes right back. And she's in place. Put a little bit of oil on each side of these rails. Make sure I get in the actual rail. I got my hole there facing down. I'm going to line that up with that hole. But I also like to put a little bit of oil on there because it's a friction area. All right. Now you're like, man, no wonder your guns are so filthy. You really want to hold this as you're sliding it back because you don't want to scrape your frame. All right, got it in. Now we basically want to function check it, all right? Hammer's going back. You can look at the trigger while I'm doing this. Okay. Reset. All right, nice reset. Just a little bit of looseness. That's expected after a little bit of usage, right? That should be it. You know what I haven't done is I have a shotgun. I haven't ever taken apart a shotgun, and I want to see what that process will be like. And should I do that on camera? Would you guys like to see that? I also have a Henry 22. If you look at my family video that should be posted here shortly, meaning a couple days or so, my daughter's working on it. You'll get to see that. So I love this Fision. Man, it's making me really excited about that Fision XP 3C, right? Can't wait. Does this lock back work? Yep. Good. Yep. It is awesome. So again, I gotta clean that. That vertical. Yeah, you can see. You can barely co-witness with it. Barely. But it's enough if you really want to. If those if the reticle dies, I could still aim. So thanks everybody. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe. Leave some comments. Is there something you feel I missed in cleaning this, or is there a better, oil or something you think I should use, or you think I should have went to grease, or do you think this carbon stuff is the wrong stuff? Whatever. Would love to hear your comments. I do have a Glock 45 Gen 5 that I could clean on here. You know, those Glocks just kind of run. You barely need to clean them. If you want to, you need to clean that on camera, let me know. What else do I have? I have a Walther CCP that I could bring on here and clean. Hey, let me know. Have a great day.